welcome to Small Talk. Today we're learning about how Jesus made a blind man able to see. I'm out in my back garden having a look at some of the things I can see with my eyes. I can see a house and a tree and a road. There's lots of things around us that we can see with our eyes. Aren't you thankful that we've got eyes to see? Well, stay tuned and we'll listen to a story about a time when Jesus made a blind man able to see. In our story today, we're learning about a blind man. Can you imagine what it must like to not be able to see? It must be so difficult. Aren't you thankful that you've got eyes that you can use to see with? Well, for our game, we're going to play a blindfold challenge. So what you need to get is a scarf or a hat, something that you can use as a blindfold, and then a piece of paper and a pen. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and draw something while blindfolded. You can draw whatever you want, but I'm going to have a go at drawing a house. So, with a grown-up's help, put your blindfold on. Make sure it's nice and tight so that you can't see. And then you need to get your pen and your piece of paper and try and draw a house. Now, it might be a bit difficult. You want to draw a square and a triangle for the roof. And what else do you get on a house? A door and maybe some windows as well. Oh, it's a bit tricky. And maybe you could draw something in the garden like some grass along the bottom. Try and feel on the paper, where are the edges? Where do you think you need to draw the grass? Could you draw some clouds in the sky so you want to go high up on the paper? Oh, make sure you don't go off. Try and have a good feel to see if you can figure out where things are. What else could you draw on your house? Maybe a chimney. Oh, that one's hard. I'm not sure I've put that one in the right place. And then once you think your house is finished, you can take off your blindfold and have a look. How did you do? Here's my house. It doesn't look too bad, but the chimney's a bit almost off the roof and the windows aren't so good either. Maybe you could have a go at drawing a house or a flower or maybe your family. Maybe you could even try and draw your mum or your dad blindfolded. I'm sure that would be funny. You could even have a competition and see who could draw their best picture blindfolded. And don't forget, you can send in your drawings or videos of you enjoying Small Talk. We love seeing what you're getting up to. There you go. Enjoy.
This is our story from the Bible. The Bible is God's special book which tells us all about him. And over the last couple of weeks, we've been learning, haven't we, about Jesus being our friend and all that he can do. Well, today we're going to learn a story about a man who couldn't see. He was blind. Can you put your hands over your eyes? Can you see anything? It's all dark. Well, can you imagine that? Never being able to see your mum. Not being able to see your dad. Not being able to see your friends. What about the beautiful flowers that God's created? Can you imagine never seeing them? Or what about this? This is my favourite. Not being able to see beautiful puppies. That would be so sad, wouldn't it? Or imagine your birthday and you have a lovely cake made for you and not being able to see it. Well, in today's story, we're going to learn about a man who was, can you put your hands over your eyes? Who was blind from being born. His name was a big name. I wonder if you can say it with me. Bartimaeus. Can you say that? Bartimaeus. But you can just call him Bart. Now Bart was born blind, he couldn't see anything, but he'd heard about Jesus and how Jesus could make people better. Now one day, just imagine this, Bartimaeus was sitting in his street when who should come by but Jesus? Wow! Can you imagine that? Can you do wow? Jesus was walking down Bartimaeus' road and he started shouting, Jesus, help me! Jesus, King of the world, please help me, I need you! Well, the people in Bart's road kept going, shh, 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 shh. Do you think Bart shut up? He didn't. He shouted even louder, Jesus, help me! Jesus, help me! Jesus, King of the world, help me, I need you! And Jesus, he didn't ignore Bart. He went over to Bart and he touched his eyes. Put your hands over and then go, and he could see Jesus, King of the world, had made Bart better. Isn't that amazing? He could see again. And do you know what? We might not be blind, we might be able to see, but we, like Bartimaeus, need to be rescued. And we can cry out, Jesus, King of the world, help me! Jesus, King of the world, I need you. And you know what? The Bible promises us that Jesus will rescue us and we can be his friend. Isn't that a great story?
Time now for our craft. In our story today, we learnt about how Jesus made a blind man able to see. And so for our craft, we're going to make some binoculars out of some toilet rolls, and they'll be able to help us so that we can see better. So all you need is 2 empty toilet rolls, some sellotape and a pair of scissors, a piece of string, and then some pens or paints or stickers that you can use to decorate your toilet rolls. So what you need to do first is ask a grown-up to put 2 holes in your toilet rolls, 1 on each toilet roll, just at the ends here, and that's what we're going to attach our string to. Then what you want to do is, using your pens or paints or stickers, you want to decorate your toilet rolls. So that's what I'm going to do now. You can decorate them however you want, make them as colourful as you want to, go crazy. Put your favourite colour on, maybe you could draw some flowers or a person, whatever you want. I'm sure yours will look fantastic. There we go. I put some wiggly lines and some spots on mine, but I'm sure yours are going to look so much better. Next, what you want to do is you want to get your sellotape. And using your sellotape, we're going to stick our 2 binoculars together. So get a big piece of sellotape. You could also use glue or anything else that you might have at home to stick your binoculars together. Now when you stick them, you want to make sure that the 2 holes are on the outside, opposite each other. And then just use your sellotape or your glue to stick the binoculars together. Making sure you get them nice and tight, like that. And wrap it all the way around. There we go, and then your binoculars are stuck together. And then you want to get your piece of string and thread it through the holes so that you've got some string so you can wear your binoculars around your neck. Make sure you do a nice big knot so that the string doesn't come out. You might need a grown-up's help with this bit too, it's a bit fiddly. There we go. And then do the same on the other side as well, so that your piece of string goes all the way around. There we go. And you want to make sure your piece of string is big enough so that you can fit your binoculars around your neck. And then another big knot. There we go. I wonder what we'll be able to see out of our binoculars. Maybe some birds or some plants or other animals. Maybe you can go out on a walk and see what you can spot. And then once your string's attached, you're ready to go. You can put the string around your neck, and then here you have your binoculars, and they can help you see all the amazing things around you. Easy peasy.
Now it's time for some songs that are going to help remind us that Jesus is a healer. The first song we're going to sing is Miss Polly Had a Dolly. Why don't you join in with me really loudly? Miss Polly had a dolly who was sick, sick, sick. So she called to the doctor to come quick, quick, quick. The doctor came with his bag and his hat, and he knocked on the door with a rat-a-tat-tat. The doctor looked at Dolly and he shook his head. He said, Miss Polly, put her straight to bed. He wrote on a note for a pill, pill, pill. I'll be back in the morning if she's still ill, ill. Wow, great singing. Should we sing that one again? Miss Polly had a dolly who was sick, sick, sick. So she called to the doctor to come quick, quick, quick. The doctor came with his bag and his hat, and he knocked at the door with a rat-a-tat-tat. The doctor looked at Dolly and he shook his head. He said, Miss Polly, put her straight to bed. He wrote on a note for a pill, pill, pill. I'll be back in the morning if she's still ill, ill. Wow, well done, guys. Now, I wonder which parts of our bodies doctors and nurses heal us with. Is it our heads? Well, it's yes, but it's not just our heads, is it? It's all of our bodies. And Jesus can heal all of our bodies as well. But unlike doctors, he can heal the inside too. So we're going to sing head, shoulders, knees and toes to remind us that Jesus can heal every part of us. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Okay, this time a bit quicker, but remember, don't say head. Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Okay, this time even quicker, and we're not going to say shoulders either. Knees and toes, knees and toes. Knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Knees and toes, knees and toes. Okay, one more time, but we're going to say everything this time. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Wow, well done, guys.
Jesus says to me, I love ya. I might have funny hair, a diddly chin, pointy ears and a cheeky grin, but Jesus says to me, I love ya. 'Cause he made me in a special way according to his plan. And Jesus looks inside my heart at who I really am. So I've got clapping hands, arms to raise, dancing feet for all my days. 'Cause Jesus says to me, I love ya. special way according to his plan. And Jesus looks inside my heart at who I really am. I might have knobbly knees, squidgy tongue, hairy toes and a wiggly thumb, but Jesus says to me, I love ya. I might have spiky hair, a diddly chin, pointy ears and a cheeky grin, but Jesus says to me, I love ya. 'Cause he made me in a special way according to his plan. And Jesus looks inside my heart at who I really am. So I've got clapping hands, arms to raise, dancing feet for all my days, 'cause Jesus says to me, I love ya. In a special way according to his plan. And Jesus looks inside my heart at who I really am. I might have knobbly knees, squidgy tongue, hairy toes and a wiggly thumb, but Jesus says to me, I love ya.
That's it for Small Talk this week. We hope you've had a fantastic time learning about Jesus and how powerful he is. He can even make blind people able to see. Wasn't it amazing in the story when the man called out to Jesus for help and he helped him? And when we call out to Jesus, he can help us too. Why don't you go outside with your new binoculars and see what amazing things you can see around you? See you next week. Bye.